Hey folks, it's Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and I wanted to show a book that I got recently of Eastern Heroes, The Clones of Bruce Lee Special Edition. Now, I will say I thought it was going to be a thicker book, so I'm a little bit disappointed with that. But I will say that even though this is 105 pages, give or take, 106 pages, it is nice to look at because even then, it's filled with a bunch of stuff in there. And that's why it's very colorful. You got interviews. I look forward to the Bruce Exploitation set, which maybe I'll do a video on that. But yeah, there's a lot of pictures, there's interviews, Michael Worth. There's a lot of posters, a lot of artwork. And that was makes it worth it to me, just seeing all the posters, it being in color, advertisements, Bruce Lee, the man, the myth, Game of Death 2, which I would like to get that on Blu-ray sometime, but I think the only way you can get is if you get that Game of Death 1 4K, which is pretty spendy. But yeah, they talk about the documentary that they made, which I look forward to, and then all the other Goodbye Bruce Lee, Bruce's Deadly Fingers, Bruce Lee's Greatest Revenge. A lot of stuff in there. But yeah, it also talks a bit about who Bruce Lee, L.I. is, who Bruce Lee, L.E., who he is. So there's Bruce Lee. So introduces with each one. And then yeah, Bruce Lee, which is the one I know the most about, as in watched probably some his stuff I've seen more of. Because the funny story about that is, when I was a kid, I thought this was Bruce Lee. When I was a kid, I thought this was Bruce Lee because I lived in the middle of nowhere in Iowa on a farm. People in school didn't talk about movies unless it was the new Adam Sandler film, like The Water Boy. And even before that, I would see this VHS tape of someone called Bruce Lee, the Superhero. There was no movies of Enter the Game of Death of those films. We didn't have cable. We had 4 channels, ABC, CBS, another form of CBS, and PBS. So I'm like, okay, it's Bruce Lee. And I've heard of Bruce Lee, like, people reference it on cable, but I just never, there was no documentaries on it and stuff that was available for me to see. So I'm like, oh, this must be Bruce Lee. And of course, couldn't find out it wasn't. You have Dragon Lee. So I do like the way it's set up. It's definitely very colorful. You have Bruce Lee in. You have even like some comics, interesting enough. The Death of Bruce Lee. Some of these are pretty neat looking posters. Enter 3 Dragons, The Mystery of Chess Boxing. What? Yeah, some just full on posters, which looks really cool. Bruce Lee, the man, the myth. And then you have movie reviews. So for example, you have Enter the Game of Death, which is my favorite of the ones I've seen so far. And the fact that was announced in this box set is one of the primary reasons I bought it. It's nice they went in depth on this, so I have to read the full thing. But yeah, a lot of I like the way it's done. It's like very colorful. And that's the thing, that even though it's 100 pages, they do put a lot into each page to make it worth it. So even if you just want to flip through it, it's great to just look through as a coffee table book, let alone. And so, okay, yeah, some of the reviews are for films that'll be on the set. So, not all of them though. But yeah, Enter the Game of Death, The Dragon the Hero, Bruce and the Iron Finger, The Black Dragon vs. the Yellow Tiger, Rage of the Dragon, The Cameroon Connection, Kung Fu Fever, I don't think is on there though. Goodbye Bruce Lee is the Last Game of Death. I think that's going to be on the box set. He's the king of Kung Fu. Bruce Lee, The Dragon Story. Challenge of the Tiger. Which Bruce Lee and Richard Harrison. So the buddy cop film. So it is on Amazon. And this was worth it to me. Definitely worth it. Enter Three Dragons. The Dragon Lives. The Black Dragon's Revenge. Fist of Fear, Touch of Death, Bruce Lee or Mister. So there are other reviews as well. Of course, the clones of Bruce Lee. You know, how could you not talk about the clones of Bruce Lee? The Dragon Lives Again, which is the weirdest one. Popeye, the One-Armed Swordsman, Bruce Lee, Kwai Chang Caine. I know Dracula's in this film. Emmanuel. There's Popeye. He fights with Popeye. But he fights against people that's pretty much James Bond and Dracula. You know, there. There's Dracula. People in skeleton costumes. This guy pretty much trying to be Clint Eastwood. Guy trying to be James Bond. Tuxedo and all. Yeah, The Dragon Lives Again is a very weird one. And it also does talk about the Enter the Clones of Bruce Lee documentary, which I'm curious of seeing that. I'm glad they talk about this one, Enter the Fat Dragon. It's definitely one of the better ones. I don't know if that would ever be in a volume 2, because I know they're trying to do a volume 2. I don't know if that would ever be in it. But they talk... God, it's a very colorful... Like, so many pictures in this. Which is great. It's just great to look through. So, the 100 page... I mean, they try to put as much as they can. That's why I can't be complaining. They put as much as they can on each one. Bruce Lee fights back from the grave. I heard that poster there is much better than the movie. Maybe the poster... If the movie's like the poster, it probably would have been beloved. Yeah, and they just had a lot of posters on the back, which is very cool. And I believe there is a book that just has all the posters, like, but, yeah. I guess if I look at the beginning for those interested, we have David Gregory, Michael Worth, and Frank Jane talk about their amazing documentary, Enter the Clones of Bruce. Profiles on Bruce Lee, Dragon Lee, Bruce Leanne. Neil Adams was one of the greatest comic book artists ever. He created film posters, some were Bruceploitation flicks. Some movie reviews. Rick Baker contends that Sammo Hung might be the best Bruce Lee imitator there is. Chat with Ron Van Cleef, stars Kung Fu Fever, The Black Dragon's Revenge, which I don't think any of his films are on that box set. Posters shared with us by David Gregory and Michael Worth. Sadly, no written interviews with any of the other like Bruce Lee imitators, but I guess that's why gotta wait to see the documentary. But glad to have this. Very cool. Hardback. Hardcover, I should say. So it may not be thin, but there's a lot of information in there. Like, look at that. They even did that randomly. So if you're all interested in this, it is on Amazon. I do not get any money or cutback. I wish. But No, I bought this my own self. Just showing it for those who are curious. It is on Amazon. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.